Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly, and let the breath fall away. Now imagine this, somewhere inside your brain, smaller than any cell, smaller than any atom, something might be humming, softly, quietly, like a vibration at the edge of existence. To the physicists, this is the quantum world where particles dance between existence and non-existence. And some scientists believe that deep within you, your mind is connected to it. That every thought, every flicker of awareness, might ripple through the same invisible field that shapes stars, galaxies, and time itself. Most of us assume that consciousness lives only in the brain, but what if consciousness is part of the universe, like light or gravity? What if the act of you noticing this moment is the universe noticing itself? Tonight, we are going to drift through one of the most mysterious ideas in all of science, quantum consciousness. We are going to explore how microtubules, tiny structures within our cells, may shimmer with quantum patterns, how your own perception might be able to collapse waves of possibility into actual, solid reality, and even how empathy, free will, and life beyond death may all be part of one vast cosmic mind. But wait, this isn't a theory that's supposed to alarm you. It's meant to soften you. To open a window between science and soul. So, get comfortable. Feel your breath slow. The space around you grow gentle. Because what we're about to explore may quietly change the way you see yourself forever. Let me show you exactly how this begins. Your brain is made up of approximately 86 billion neurons. Each one connects to thousands of others, forming a living web of electricity and chemistry. But if you zoom in closer, far closer, something unexpected shows up. Inside each neuron, there's a scaffolding of tiny tubes. They're only nanometers wide, but they shape how your cells move and think. These are the microtubules, the silent architecture of your mind. Most biology textbooks describe them as simple support beams, tiny straws helping in the transportation of materials within the cell. But in the 1990s, physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff would make the following astonishing proposal. These microtubules might actually compute using quantum physics. In their orchestra-OR theory, short for orchestrated objective reduction, consciousness arises when quantum vibrations inside these tubes synchronize, like instruments playing in harmony. Now, stop and picture that. Billions of tiny orchestras inside the brain, all humming at once. Every vibration delicate enough to vanish on measurement, yet strong enough to create awareness itself. Which is weird, because the quantum world is nothing like anything we experience. Particles don't have fixed positions until they're observed. They exist as probabilities, fuzzy clouds of maybes. So if microtubules inside your neurons truly behave quantum mechanically, this means that your thoughts can literally collapse waves of possibility into a single chosen reality. In a sense, your mind could be shaping the universe in every second you're awake. But wait, if this is true, why don't we notice it? Why does life seem so ordinary, so solid, when quantum reality is anything but? Now here's where things get really interesting. Most people have at least heard of the double-slit experiment, the moment quantum physics broke logic. When scientists shot particles of light through two slits, the results changed depending on whether they watched. Unwatched, the light acted like waves, producing ripples of possibility. Observed, it acted like solid particles. It was as if reality itself waited for someone to look before it decided what to be. If consciousness really influences this process, then perception is not passive but creative. And if your brain contains quantum systems, then each moment of awareness may be part of this cosmic decision-making. Consider the universe to be an ocean of possibilities. Every thought that you think is like reaching your hand into the water, creating a small current that ripples out. Maybe this is what empathy really is, the subtle resonance between waves. But wait, there's more. Quantum effects are fragile. Even the slightest warmth or vibration can destroy them. And yet, your brain stays warm and busy, a storm of chemical energy. So how could quantum coherence survive there? The amazing clue is that photosynthesis, the way plants capture sunlight, also depends on quantum coherence, and it happens in warm, noisy cells just like yours. Nature somehow learned to protect fragile quantum states in living systems. If plants can do it, why not the human brain? But if that's true, what does it mean for the way we experience thought, memory, even dreams? Hold that question. Because it might actually alter the way you view life itself. If every particle in your brain is part of a quantum field, in some sense you are connected to everything which exists. That might sound mystical. But it's also deeply physical. According to quantum theory, all particles are really ripples in invisible fields, like waves in an endless sea. Your electrons come from the same field as mine. The same field that hums inside stars, oceans, atoms of air. When two particles meet, they can become entangled, bound together in such a way that one instantly reflects the other, no matter how far apart they drift. Scientists have separated entangled particles by miles, and still, they act as one. Instantly. Einstein once referred to this as spooky action at a distance. He couldn't explain it. But subsequent experiments proved it to be real. Now imagine billions of quantum systems inside your neurons, dancing, vibrating, connecting. What if your consciousness wasn't locked in your skull, but intertwined with the rest of the universe? And here's the weird thing, it may be that you already do. When you sense someone's mood before they speak. When you look at the stars and feel, somehow, that they are looking back. When you dream of a loved one just before they call. These may not be accidental moments. They could be small hints that awareness isn't local. Some researchers even go so far as to suggest that the brain tunes into a kind of universal field of information, an antenna, of sorts receiving the frequencies of existence. The late physicist David Bohm called it the implicate order, a deeper level of reality that unfolds into everything we see. He believed that the things we call matter and mind are not separate, but different expressions of one vast process of becoming. But wait, if that's true, where does you fit into all this? If awareness is everywhere, what makes your experience personal, yours? Now we come to one of the most intriguing concepts of all. Think of the universe as a great consciousness, not human and not emotional, yet awake in a quiet, infinite way. Every galaxy, every tree, every thought inside your mind, all ripples in the same living sea. Your body may be small compared with stars, but your mind is not. It is made of the same subtle essence which lights them. You are not a small being looking out at the universe in this view. You are the universe looking in at itself. This idea has cropped up not only in quantum physics but in ancient wisdoms, too, from Hindu philosophy's Brahman to the Buddhist sense of interbeing, to the mystic writings of Einstein and Schrödinger, who both questioned whether consciousness is a single field divided into billions of perspectives. Here's the beautiful paradox: if all awareness is one, then individuality is like a wave's crest, temporary, yet real enough to sparkle. You are that sparkle. A local shimmer of the cosmic mind. When you look and observe, when you love, when you find anything utterly mysterious, the universe knows itself briefly, as you. But wait, this idea brings us to something even more mysterious. If consciousness is fundamental, then perhaps death is not the end of awareness at all. Some scientists have suggested that when the body ceases to function, the quantum information in the microtubules of the brain might dissipate out into the universe, like a drop of ink returning to the ocean. Not as a ghost. Not as a soul floating somewhere. But as pure information, the essence of experience, merges with the same field that birthed it. It's only a theory, but a comforting one. And even if we never prove it, it suggests something profound. That awareness might be more lasting, more universal, than flesh and blood. What does all this mean for us, right now, tonight, in the quiet moments before sleep? Take another slow breath. If your thoughts ripple through the same field that shapes galaxies, then every act of kindness, curiosity, and love carries a little cosmic weight. Science tells us that observation changes what's being observed. So, maybe attention is our quiet superpower. When one focuses on something, a sound, a feeling, a memory, one brings it into clearer existence. Maybe that's why love feels so powerful, its deep attention, held gently. And empathy? It could be the universe remembering that all things in life are interconnected. You don't have to believe in quantum consciousness to feel its poetry. Just observe the operation of awareness, it illuminates whatever it touches. Even in darkness, even in dreams, it keeps glowing. Here is something most people aren't aware of: your brain never really stops. Even when asleep, waves of activity flow through it like tides. But some researchers suggest that in deep rest, the mind may actually become more coherent, closer to that unified field we've been exploring. Perhaps that's why insight, healing, and creativity often come after rest. The mind, when free of noise, retunes into something larger. So tonight, as you drift toward sleep, think of your awareness not as fading, but expanding. Quieter, yes, but wider, more open, more connected. Before we wrap up, there's one final thing you need to know. All night we have talked about particles, fields, and awareness. About the brain as a quantum instrument. And the universe as a huge, dreaming field of consciousness. But now, let's turn inward. Notice right now, in this moment, the one who is aware of these words. That quiet sense of, I am here. The still watcher behind every thought. It does not move with the movement of thoughts. It doesn't fade when dreams appear. It only watches, yet in silence, in peace, always. Science can measure brain waves. Trace neurons firing. Even simulate parts of thought. But that simple presence, that one who sees, who knows, remains mysterious. Maybe that's what quantum consciousness really points toward. Not a formula, but an experience. The awareness that cannot be reduced to anything smaller. Because it is the very foundation of everything. Some call it the observer effect. Others refer to it as the witness. Mystics have called it the self. Physicists sometimes refer to it as the observer in the equation. Whatever it is called, it remains the same discrete truth. Before anything can be known, there has to be a knower. And the knower is not something separate from the known. You and the universe are two sides of the same mirror. Each reflecting the other into existence. You are not inside the universe. The universe is within your awareness. Every sound you hear, every star you imagine. It exists only within the boundless field of your consciousness. That's the final secret of quantum consciousness. That the boundary between out there and in here was never really there at all. Everything you perceive. Part of one single dance. Matter and mind, dreamer and dream. Woven together in one luminous act of being. Now breathe again, slowly, deeply. Feel your chest rise and fall like waves against the shore. You have strayed far tonight. Through atoms and stars. Through neurons and dreams. And you've returned home. In this single moment of still awareness. As you settle into rest, imagine your thoughts like tiny lights. Each one drifting into a calm sea. The universe hums quietly around you. Every breath you take is on loan from stars which long since burned bright. Every atom in your body was born in ancient suns. You are not something apart from the cosmos. You are the universe, resting, breathing, remembering itself. The same quantum field that birthed galaxies now flows gently through you. Carrying memory, possibility, and peace. Let go of the need to understand everything. Let go of trying to solve the mystery. You are not supposed to understand infinity. You're supposed to feel it. Right now, your heart beats because quantum particles agree to move in rhythm. Your dreams form because consciousness loves to create. And your awareness, soft and infinite. That'll still be shining when this night is over. So close your eyes. Feel yourself expanding into quietness. The stars are within you. The silence between them is, too. Drift now. Into that still field where thought and light are one. Into the place before time began. The place you never really left. Good night, traveler of the quantum dream. May your sleep be deep, your mind clear, and your heart wide as the universe itself.